Hi everybody, Ron Mead here, and welcome to Ron Mead's Wisdom Wednesday. I've talked about the power of focus many times over the past few years, and I was recently reading an article in a magazine here, and it really emphasized exactly my point I make about focus. It's called The Hopefuls, written by a guy named Dan McLaughlin, or about a guy named Dan McLaughlin, who's 32 years old. On the opposite page, you can see a picture of him here swinging a golf club with a bunch of golf balls below him. The reason it intrigued me, now listen to this. Dan was a commercial photographer, and he quit his job to execute what he's calling the Dan plan. And it's simple enough. He wants to spend between 30 and 50 hours a week over the next 5 years mastering the game of golf with the idea and goal of making the PGA Tour. That means he wants to make money playing golf. And he's starting at age 32. Wow, what a goal. But here's the reason he did it. He was reading a book by Malcolm Gladwell called The Outliers, which talks about the potential of each of us as human beings, what we really can accomplish if we focus on whatever that goal is. In this case, it's golf. He backed it up with another book called Talent is Overrated, which said, really, it's not the talent that each of us has, but it's the focus and the work that we put in. And he talked to a professor down at Florida State University. He said that he's tracked many fields, and he's found that people will put in the work between 5,000 and 10,000 hours, and anything they want to do, they will master that field and accomplish it. Now, interesting thing is, Dan doesn't watch golf on TV. He's not an avid golfer, but he chose it because it's measurable. It's on a stroke-by-stroke basis, so he knew he could have a very good way to find out if he was successful or not. Now, what he does is he starts with one small aspect. He started with putting, and he bought a putter. He didn't even own a set of golf clubs. He bought a putter, and he worked for 5 months at putting until he was an accomplished putter. And then he bought his next club, and he's working on that. So the thought came to me as I read this article, what if I could get that idea across to everybody who buys any type of material that I had, to say that start out with the goal of accomplishing it. Not that you're going to try it, but you're going to be successful. Dan says in here he doesn't have a backup plan because he's totally committed to accomplishing this goal. So anyway, I've created a new tool that may be of assistance to you. It's at fortunesandfreedom.com, fortunesandfreedom.com. It's a weekly lesson that takes you in small increments, just like Dan is doing, that can get you to the goal of being a successful probate real estate investor. So anyway, that's my lesson for this week. Thanks for watching Ron's Wisdom Wednesday. See you now.